Thank you for taking the time to have a look at Fatherhood Matters Incorporated. Hello, my name is Martin Henderson, and I'm the Executive Director of Fatherhood Matters. We are a nonprofit organization that strives to change families one father at a time. We hope that as you briefly browse our information, we hope that you will feel the desire to connect with us and help us make a greater impact in communities across America. Our vision is to enrich, encourage, and enhance the father-child relationship through quality programs, economic development, and sustainable resources. It is our goal to provide parents with invaluable solutions that may not otherwise be offered to them, helping them to nurture their families and their overall development. At the beginning of the lecture, we established the fact that you all love your children, however, at times you all don't like them. And I totally understand that. Matter of fact, I just started liking my child again probably an hour before I got here. So I totally understand. And when you're dealing with children, you always have to be cognizant of the fact that they're children. We have an adult mind, a mature mind, so they're not going to always think the way that we think and do as we think they should. But the main thing is to always be there. Be there in the midst of their foolishness, their folly. Be there. You have to be involved in your child's life. You have to communicate. And for some of you men who have not been in your child's life due to whatever situation may have occurred, there's still a chance for you to be there. How do you be there? Just simply as the words say, be there. There's going to be times where it's going to be hard, where your children may greet you with rejection. However, still be there. Still call. Still try to spend the time. These things are imperative in shaping your child. In this lecture, now, as I spoke about being there, in the midst of you being there in your children or your child's life, you also have to allow room for communication. Keep the lines of communication open for your children. Never make your child feel like, hey, they cannot talk to you as a father. And the reason for that is because if they don't talk to you, who will they talk to? And who better to learn life lessons from than the one that you love the most, from your parent? Think about when you were growing up and there was something that you truly wanted to know. Who did you look to? You looked towards your parent. Well, that was the first person, and if they weren't there, you looked to the next in line, and if he wasn't there, eventually it ended up being a bad influence, a negative influence. That negative influence, of course, has a negative impact. So always keep the line. Man, we don't even have enough time to talk about conflict resolution. However, I will say this, it goes hand in hand with communication. Conflict resolution, part of it is listening to the problem, listening to what the child feels the problem is. Because in all actuality, what they deem as a problem, 9 times out of 10 isn't. But they are human, they do have feelings. You must allow them to speak and to communicate. And that's one of the parts of conflict resolution. Later on in the lecture, there will be some handouts that I'm going to give you all. Right now, I just really want you to listen, and I pray that these things will permeate into your being, that you would truly